Good afternoon. My name is Intuitive Venetia. You can find me here on YouTube as well as TikTok. I am an intuitive empath, and I read Oracle Tarot cards. I don't need them. I can read a person without them. I think it's more fun with them. Don't mind the sound effects in my laptop here. It's decided to accept all notifications at once. This reading here is for Gemini, the twins. Well, you're not always a twin thing, are you, Gemini? Sometimes you're opposites. Well, we're going to start this reading. Again, like, share, subscribe. So if you do not resonate with this reading and you share it, somebody else may be able to help somebody else along the way. That's what we are all on this planet for, to help another. So like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you. Even if you are not a Gemini in the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus locations, you can be anyone at any time. You can embody any sign at any time. It is all about the energy in a reading. It is not about the sign. I do call archangels and my people in to help me do their readings for Gemini and for anyone else who may resonate with this reading or need the message. Alright, we are shuffling up the energy oracle cards to start our reading, and we are first going to do my singing bowl to clear the energy. I do have some nice music in the background. Meditation music. So, let's see. So you hear the sounds, please just like, share, subscribe. Exiled. And I had to move the cards out of the way. Sorry. Again, my name is Intuitive Venetia. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and we will clear the air and invite all our archangels, spirit guides, and anyone else you may pray to or believe in to come in and help us with our reading for the Gemini Collective and anyone else who resonates with this. And here we go. All right. We have several decks here that are going to be used today. I see two right off the bat. We're going to pull from this one first. This is my Magical Dimensions Oracle deck. Hey, we got cards flipped over. Hold on. We must unflip them to shuffle them. Alright, and clear them, because obviously. Okay. Harmonic Resolutions. Your first card in this reading. Gemini. Harmonic Resolutions. So, talking maybe about some music. Negativity, anger, and transmutation. Harmonic Resolutions. Alright. Okay, do a reshuffle here. We'll put that one back in as well. But that was the one that's number 19. It's 9 and 1 is 10, which is 1, which is a new beginning, which would explain why it's transmutation, okay? but let's put it back in there. Give it a good shuffle. My Magical Dimensions Oracle deck. We'll take one or two of these, and we will do the same thing with the Energy Oracle today, and then we will pick a tarot deck here. I'm thinking the Naked Heart today. Alright, Gemini. One or two cards, Spirit, for the Gemini Collective or whoever resonates with this reading. Please and thank you. Hope all is doing well. We got through the Easter weekend, the I can't remember the word now. Unofficial beginning to summer, right? Okay. And we just had the full moon, so we're still in the shadow period. Headed to the new moon on the 27th of April, the new moon. So now we are working our way back to trying to release those things and release the things that don't meet our highest good and call in the things that do. So you must be specific as well when doing this. Okay. Now we got 3 cards sitting here. Let's see what they say. We will move on to that. The first card is the Sacral Portal. Creativity, intimacy, and inhibition. Yes, that does have to do with your sex life and intimacy and all of that. Creativity, passion, fire, building. Inhibition could be sometimes we go a little too far with things and get carried away because we get so passionate about something. That could be good or bad. So, Gemini, what's your call on that one? I don't know. The next card is the Gaian Awakening, preparing relocation and ascension. So I think that we all have been going through this ascension here. Struggling, I'm sure. It's been very difficult, especially starting in January, February, and March. The longest winter of the year. The only winter, right? Anyways, I did say in my general collective reading in the beginning of the year that the beginning of this year was going to be tough, and the transmutation back into what almost feels normal, but it's not normal anymore. It's a different world for all of us, isn't it? So Gemini, you have 2 sides of this. We'll call that 2 sides. And what I'm feeling is, I think you maybe need a little more grounding. Right? Let's see what the energy cards are calling for here. You need to ground yourself so that your creativity doesn't turn into over the top inhibitions. You know, like you're all excited about something that happened successful, and then you go to the bar and you have about 12 drinks and you're drunk and you start dancing on the bar. And, yeah, that kind of thing. Celebrations going a little too far. So, take yourself down a check, okay? Be excited about what you're doing and any successes you're having, absolutely. And celebrate. Just don't go over the top with it, okay? At the bottom of the deck, of the energy deck, is the Caring Connection. So, we do have 14, it's number 5. Somebody in your life. It could be a friend, could be a lover, could be a new boyfriend, could be a new girlfriend, could be new whatever you want. But I also tell people caring connections can be a new business, a partnership, could be anything of the such. So depending on what you are looking for and what you want to have. We need to see where Gemini's energy is at right now. We know we got some fire going on because of the sacral portal, but we also need to be grounding so that we're not going over the board, because you are growing and ascending to a new level in your lives. And we need to do that in a collective way, not an out-of-the-world way. Craziness. Let's see. Oh, here's one of my favorite towers. This is a black obsidian, and on it is carved all the different protective symbols here. The eye and the sun and the moon, snake, and all of that. So, one of my favorite stones, yes. I got a couple of new ones too. I'll show you those as we go along. I always say you should have, any workspace area should always have your favorite garnet. This is one of my favorite garnets. It looks like a ball, right? Whoa, I dropped you. Sorry. But 10:10 on my timer says garnet is also very important for you, Gemini, in your creativity, in your role of growing. So I do have that on my desk here. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, the moonstone. I have the black moonstone, heart-shaped, with peach mixed, so it is one of the most beautiful ones I've seen in a while. Yes. Love my moonstone, and I love my labradorite. This one I'm going to put a chain on. I want to find a special chain for it so I can wear it. Labradorite. So good for grounding and protecting you from entities of the unknown. Okay. And this has become one of my newest, well, it's not new, one of my favorite hearts with the red in it. You see, anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a big red stone person or a sacral portal person. Sacral chakras about, passion and fire and motivation and growing and keeping the motivation going. So, I don't know why, but I have been called to these. I have one of my newest carnelians in the world is this one. and it's really beautiful. And I have a lot of energy with this one that I am very attracted to it. And I'm not normally, so when I see it, I get almost mad at myself because I'm not supposed to like carnelian. But I really love that one. And so, this is a quartz with red quartz mixture, yeah. And of course I have my rose quartz, literally. And another stone that I just bought to keep with me and near me all the time. This is a raw stone. I will show you this and we'll get moving. I don't know how well you'll see it in my brightest light here, but you see the little red marks in it. This is a bloodstone. Bloodstone is very important for addictions, connections that are too strong, maybe OCD, that kind of thing. It is also good for anybody who is sick and illnesses within the blood or cancer in the body, some kind of illness that needs cleansing, and bloodstone does clean your bloodstream. All right, the first card out from the Energy Chakra. Energy, oh my God, I'm having a tongue day. Energy cards, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, number 41, which is coming to another 5, right? And then we have Healer of the Ages, 51, which turns into 6. And we are going to look those up because I think it's very important to have some specifics with those because I don't want people to think that you're crazy. But on the bottom of this deck is the door to value. Yes, it is. Which means you are coming to that door to value with these cards that are here. The Sacral Portal, increasing your motivation and growing, and your Archangel 7th chakra is Archangel Uriel, along with Gaia Awakening, which Gaia, if you know anything about Gaia, is mostly about your earth and healing and health, those kind of things. So it is befitting to have the Healer of the Ages card come up behind it, and then the door to value. And so with the bottom of this deck that we just did, you have the Majestic Eminence, Priestess, Divine Feminine, and Worth. And 2 very powerful cards to start your reading, Gemini. Alright, so let's look at the 7th chakra. I always look up the chakra ones in the energy deck, so I get a better clarification for my person watching. And it's important that you understand what I'm telling you. So if you do not, absolutely leave a comment, and I could get certainly the information right back to you. I do check all my comments. I do get back to people regularly. I'm building this business over again since it crashed and burned with COVID, and I really want to do this for the rest of my life instead of the job, as we all know. So here is my motivation. This is my motivation to help me find my creativity again and build. This is also why I'm sure I'm attracted to my carnelian. The seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. Spirit connections, intuition, and inspiration. So we are working on and building our spirit connections in this ascension, absolutely. The beautiful angel Uriel, also called the fire of God. So yes, if you have carnelian, you might want to carry it around. Garnet the same way, carry it around. It brings motivation. Bloodstone kind of keeps you healthy and connected, okay? All right. Wears a brilliant crystal crown vibrating with a passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your seventh energy center, which is called the crown chakra. That's where your intuition and your abundance and your flow come from, and at the top of your head. This card upright indicates an open and free-flowing channel of information and inspiration from the wonderful beings in the spirit world. This could also be a time of great intuition for you and guidance from your higher awareness, so allow yourself to quiet your mind and listen. Now is a great time to get connected. The assistance from spirit is great, and whether it's the presence of an ascended master, a powerful angel like Uriel, or just a loving friend or family member in spirit, their love and willingness to assist is always there. They even open you to the Akashic records, or Alaya consciousness, the storehouse of all information. This connection is open now, and you will find that your own spirit and the spirits of those around you will be able to provide the answers you seek and the blessings you desire and deserve. The affirmation for you: my seventh chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. Repeat it after me. My seventh chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. Love and inspiration from spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me now. Love and inspiration from spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me now. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. And this is why I read the Archangel cards. So this is one of the most beautiful cards there. Number 5 is the number for her. So you're going from 4-1, which is 5, and 5-1, which is 6, to Healer of the Ages. So I'm believing that, Gemini, you or someone inside of you, your twin, is a healer. Now, you could be a nurse, a doctor. You could be in a special ranking like Reiki or energy healing of some kind. I am an intuitive empath and a healer as well. I am studying Reiki going forward and still relearning a lot of it. And the most important thing about it right now, as you begin it, is to be doing it every day on yourself. You have to heal yourself as well. So you should really look into it. The beginning classes, the level 1 practitioner level that I'm at, is all about healing self and building your energy and power inside of you, using your intuition and your own guidance, Gemini, to help heal yourself. And as you get stronger, you will feel the need and urge to grow to the next level, and you can even probably start doing some of it before you are attuned to it, and be able to help others heal, because I know I have done that. It's very hard for me to get into a class right now. Not a lot of people are having classes, and I have to feel a certain something about the classes to be able to invest that money. So right now, with being out of a job and out of an income, other than what I put aside for this time out, I really can't afford to jump into my next class. But I will be practicing what I have already been through every day. And so, Gemini, what I'm telling you is you need to look inside and see where you need healing. Okay? Because it seems to me that you do have some healing needs for yourself, and maybe that's why we brought along the little bloodstone today. I also carry a kyanite pretty regularly. Black kyanite is to ward off and absorb negativity from other people, other entities, and other situations, whether it's in a workplace or your own home. It doesn't matter. It's supposed to help you meditate out of that situation. Or however, you talk yourself down. It's supposed to help guide you and do that better. And absorb it so that you don't take on the whole brunt of it. And if you are an empath like I am, you can take on a whole lot. So, let's pull a couple of tarot here. We have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups looks like that in the Naked Tarot. Six of Cups is about nostalgia. Maybe a gift coming in from a lover, an ex-lover, somebody from the past, something that you've been thinking about or needing to, maybe you need to close something there. Like I said, you're a healer, so you need to be healing yourself. And of course, this doesn't go for everybody, but you need to heal something, whether it was a bad job or a bad leave or a bad husband or wife, whatever it is that you were in that caused you such detrimental life. Like I had some very traumatic stuff go on in my childhood. So for me, that's the kind of thing that you don't always leave behind. So sometimes you relive it. Sometimes you have to find yourself a way to go through that grief again and then know how to let it go. Because it's always going to come back. But how you deal with it and handle it to move forward, Gemini, that's what's important here. Because being a healer means you're also the example. So all of the terrible things you might have been through in your past lives, and I mean lives before the one we're in, and your past history in this life, you have to heal those, and then at some point probably break the cord. Because the cord needs to be severed also as part of the healing process. And you can look it up anywhere, cutting cords, but it's not something you do once or twice and it's done. No, it's a process, and you have to do it more than once because there are more than one thing in your life that's you're healing from. And if you've lived several lives, like I feel like I have lived more than one, of course, and if you're living several lives, you definitely have some healing to go back to and heal. And it means, yes, you have to relive the moments of whatever it is. Well, let's see what they got there to be able to move forward. Alright, so the Three of Wands is here. Now you see the sun there, right? So the Three of Wands is you've reached a destination or a goal. You've done something you wanted to do. You are grateful for what you have, and you're moving forward, and also trying to wonder what you want to do next. And I apologize if my camera's a little goofy. I can't seem to figure out why it's doing that. Probably need to get a real camera instead of my laptop here, but right now this is what we got, and that's what we use. We have the Magician. So we have the Six of Cups, the Three of Wands. The Six of Cups and the Three of Wands together kind of go together when you think about it, because if you're thinking about what you've accomplished and what you've done and what you're healing from in your past with the Six and the Cups, you're also thinking about that with your Three of Wands and about what you want to do next. Okay? And of course, with the healer of the ages and talking about being grounded when you're thinking about what you're going to do, because that magician, he could be you, okay? She could be you. You could be the magician, because like I've said before, you can embody anyone at any time. Energy wise is all what it's about. So the magician talks about moving fast and in a cycle, okay? And it's you reliving the cycle that you need to now cut the ties with and move forward, because the magician is going to make you move forward whether you like it or not. And I think that you do want to. I think that you're ready, but you really have to get grounded with that Gaia card and the healer of the angels. You have to put your feet in the ground and really let the breeze hit you in the face and take you away for a moment. Like, let's not think about the 20 million things you have to do today. Let's just enjoy the fresh air in your face. I was out earlier walking with the dog, and I did the very thing. I just stopped for a minute, and we stood there, and my dog, here she is, watching me right there. Look at that lovey love. Bye, sweet pea. She likes to sit on the hill outside there, and she will stare off, and like she's enjoying the view too. And I really think she's human with them damn eyes of hers, but she's a previous human in my life, I think. But we are definitely connected by the soul of this dog. I've had my other dog, which I was definitely very heartbroken over when I had to put her down, because she was just so old, and her lungs were filling up with fluid, and her heart was surrounded with fluid, and she was basically suffocating. And I didn't want to come home from work and find my dog going that way. I didn't want to have to rush her someplace and let's drain the fluid, let's do this. She's 16 years old. She has outlived many dogs and she had a really good life. I always made sure that she had the best of everything, and it was just time, and I was devastated because I would only have been keeping her alive for me. Okay, so I did the right thing, and I gave her rest, and she's on the other side waiting for us, and one day we'll meet again. And she sent me that beautiful little puppy you see in the corner there, and her name is Sweet Pea. She's always in here when I'm doing readings too. She loves to sit in here just to be around me. Wow, okay. Well, the next two cards coming up here are exactly why you need to finish the healing process on yourself and move forward, because here comes that opportunity. The Ace of Cups. And what's next is the Ten of Pentacles. And you need to have some idea what that Ten of Pentacles looks like for you for it to happen. You can't manifest things without knowing what you really want. So the healing is very necessary for you, Gemini. And I'm an air sign, so I know it's not easy. But you have to, okay? So while you're sitting there putting the past behind you and thinking about the new adventure you want to go on, that magician is like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let me read the magician to you. I like to read the magician card to people. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, the magician is the second card in the journey of the tarot story. The magician is talking about being the manifester. So this is what we're talking about, okay? You got to set your intention, the conduit, and the materialization. It's about being the manifester. So you have to almost see yourself actually having what it is you want and putting that out there with your intention. So that Ace of Cups and that Ten of Pentacles, you know what it looks like. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I went to one of my metaphysical shops, and I asked her how she got into being able to do all of this, because I feel like it's like almost impossible to get started. And she was telling me her story, and she says, what do you see when you picture your dream? What do you see? And I said, I see a white room. And she says, well, what do you mean, a white room? I said, I said, I don't know what it is, but there's a white room and like there's sheets hanging, white sheets, all beautiful white sheets, hanging off all of the walls, all the way around, including in front of the window, and with, beautiful sunlight cascading through it. So the room is white and bright and soft and smooth at the same time. I have my massage table and my massage chair that I use for my Reiki, and I have them set up in my room so that when my next client comes, they have a choice between the chair or the table, or if they just want to sit on a hard chair. It's really easier if you're comfortable, and so I can do my hand positions the way I should be doing them. Sometimes I have to manipulate it a little bit because of the way your customer may be sitting. Their preference. I want them to be comfortable. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable while I'm using energy to help heal them. So I said, I just see the white room. I said, and in another room in the house, I have, it's not white, but I couldn't remember what color it was, but it had my craft table set up for making my jewelry, and on the other table had my tarot deck set up, and then in the center of the room, I had my round table where I would do readings for customers. So like, I have two separate rooms. One is strictly with the meditation music for the Reiki practice, and one is just for the other piece of my business, so I could use my crystals with the Reiki as well. That was my dream always, why you always see me have so many crystals. But as I learn more and more about the different crystals and stuff like that, I'm trying to incorporate what I do with Reiki on myself as well. So a lot of the new stones that I've gotten are for that reason. But when I want you to think about, when you're trying to be that magician manifesting your dreams, you have to see it, like you can touch it. Like I could walk into my next room and it's there. And I can see that. I can feel that. And I can feel the energy from it when I close my eyes. That's how real it is for me. That's what I want. Okay, but I mean, there's other things along the way that I want to have. But for now, those are the main things that I see when I talk about what I want. Do we all want money? Yeah, we want money. I would love to have a lump sum of money just fall into my bank account so I don't have to worry about paying the rent, paying the electric, paying the gas, and paying all the other bills, my car, putting gas in the car, and insurance, and all of that stuff we pay every day. I would just love to have a nice lump sum in my bank account so I could just focus on building the dream I'm trying to build. It doesn't even have to be a lot of money for me. I'm pretty easygoing. I could live on I can live on next to nothing because I'm pretty frugal with my money, but I also like to splurge a little bit when it comes to my crystals. And I make sure I get really good grade crystals when I buy them. So the energy within them, I have to cleanse them when I bring them home. And of course, most of my cleansings are in the windows, in the sun, or in the moon. Or if it's something else, like I have what's called the healer stone, something like this, which has nodules on it and stuff like that. I could put that in a smaller paper bag with some salt and clean it. I wouldn't necessarily want to put it in water. Or we can use a selenite plate, which I have 3 or 4 or 5 selenite bowls that I put my crystals in as well. So there's many different ways. You can also use sage or Palo Santo to cleanse your stones and crystals and recharge them and whatnot. So when you are thinking about what you want, Gemini, you see how detailed I just got with all of my dream stuff? I can teach it to you. I can show it to you. In my mind, I'm successful at it already. And I really feel that chill down my spine when I talk about it. That's what you need to be feeling when you talk about what you want, and not worry about how it's coming or how it's going to happen, because you have to release the need to know how. In the process of receiving, you have to be open to receive it. So yes, I am open to receiving $40,000 or $50,000 into a bank account with my name on it so that I never have to worry about the next year's worth of bills. Believe me, I can live on that money because I can make more off of it. People laugh, well, that's just 1 year's income. No. I could live on that right now. If I had it in my account, I can make that shit last a year or better. And then I'd be building my business at the same time. And This is why I tell all of you to like, share, and subscribe, and be very, very specific about what you want for your dream, okay? Because the manifester, as the inspiration of the divine touches me, the universe is graciously presenting me with tools to allow my dreams to come true. I have the willingness and intention to manifest my desires into reality. I am the co-creator of my destiny, and with the right magical balanced elixir of will and intent, I have the power to materialize my visions into tangible form. I can have anything I want. It's up to me to believe it. And the crystal they talk about for this magic is the labradorite. Okay? That's your manifesting stone. And I have 1, 2, 3. I have a bigger one. So I've given a few away because I try to help other people with my crystals as well. The ruling planet for that is Mercury, and you have the power to make anything happen. What happens to people is they have this dream in their mind and they desire it and things they want to do, Gemini, and then they say, is my heart feeling connected? Am I feeling unclear about where to start? Stop worrying about where to start. Put that desire, that dream, that goal out there. Speak it. Say it. That's your spell. That's your magic. The universe doesn't know how to help you, Gemini, if you don't say it. You got to speak it, believe it, and feel like you're living it already. And I do feel like that to a certain degree. Because I can see myself in a room with a customer, and I can see helping them heal. I can see smiles on people's faces, being happy and feeling much better energy when they leave. It's amazing when I do it at night. I try to do it 5 to 10 minutes at night when I'm in bed. Do my own Reiki on myself, and it does help me sleep. If I forget to do it, I'm up all night till if something's bothering me or whatever, So this is what that magic man here is all about. The magician that's inside of you, Gemini, okay? So your things are coming here, and this is why I want you to say, what does your 10 of Pentacles look like? Because I want to fill your cup, and you need to overflow it the rest of the way. All right? So the healer of all ages, through Gaia. The healer of all ages. The awakening. You're preparing, you're relocating, and you're ascending to be the healer of the ages. Now, if that's not everybody that's listening to me right now, Gemini, absolutely. And it might not even be a Gemini who's hearing me right now, okay? But your goal in life right now needs to be setting that intention, getting yourself to feel it. You have to feel it inside and out. It has to be part of your heart and your soul. You have to want it that bad and taste it. And reword yourself, as somebody told me. Watch what words you use. Watch how you speak to yourself. Change that. And stop letting other people talk to you like you're shit. And don't just laugh it off. He, it's just a joke. No. It's unacceptable. And you need to squash it right away. Because if you are accepting somebody to joke around with you and call you a piece of shit or whatever else they're calling you at the moment, just because we're joking around, you're pushing that fire full of Ace of Wands away. Because you're believing what they say then. Even if it's a joke. Jokes are sometimes the truth. And sadly enough, if you don't know that about yourself or about other people, I know I say things sometimes and I absolutely mean what I'm saying, whether I'm joking or not. And anybody who knows me knows when I say something, I fucking mean it. Whether it's a joke or not. Because sometimes people need the truth from the people they love. And the Spirit of Cups is probably someone who's been doing that to you, right? Somebody who loves you, cares about you, a young person. Yeah. The Spirit of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Your dreams are coming. They're right there. They're going to help you. Sky Father. Wow. You know the Sky Father is the Emperor, right? All four kings together in the Seven of Cups. You're feeling a bit restless and you're not sure what choices to make? Stop worrying about it. Just let it go. You know that song, Jesus Take the Wheel? You can do that for a lot of things, Gemini. Jesus Take the Wheel. And on the bottom of this deck is the Heart of Pentacles. The Queen. The Earth's grounding. Ground yourself. Heal and let the past go. And stop leaning on other people to make you feel good. You have to believe that you are this, you are that. You are a healer. You are a winner. You are a believer. You are going to help so many people once you get past the you that's holding you back. And that's what you need to focus on for the next 10 to 14 days. These readings are generic. But I think as a collective, we're all kind of feeling that way. And so, Gemini, my suggestion to you with this reading is to get your shit together. Let go of the past. If that means letting go of people, let them go. You can do without them. And yes, you will succeed, because that is what is meant for you, and it will not pass you by. You might miss it a couple times, but it won't pass you by. It'll come back around. So stop letting it pass you by this time, okay? Take it. It's yours. It's your divine right, and your abundance is meant for everyone. The Emperor is here because you're just about ready to be the one in charge, the one kicking ass, the one who knows what the hell he wants or she wants and how to get it. And I'm telling you, all you gotta do is say it every day. I still see that white room, and every time I think of the white room, I get chills in my arms. The hair stands up. I don't think you can see it, but I do. I get the chills, and it's good. Your first number for the end of this reading is number 4. I am stable. You bring stability and rationality to any situation, Gemini. You are the rock, and your hard work and perseverance make you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. I am stable. All right, that's your first number of the week. And every time you see these numbers somewhere, it's a synchronicity that's telling you that this reading or parts of this reading was meant for you. And you need to understand it's not meant for everybody. It is for anyone who resonates with it. Take it with you. If not, leave it behind and like, share, and subscribe, and send it to other people who may need it. Okay? 0, there is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. I am limitless. 0. So Gemini, that is one of the biggest synchronicities in this reading right now. Healer of the ages, Gaia, grounding, healer. I am limitless. And one last card for Gemini. Sorry that I took your reading a little longer, but I felt the need to make sure you understand that your success is in your hands. You are the manifester. You are the magician. You are the healer of the ages. You are the emperor in energy embodiment alone. It's not male or female. It's all about your energy. Okay? You have the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. The 7 of Cups. The magician. I mean, you've got Ace of Cups over here. So love possibilities as well. Or success in love you're already in. And the one thing I never want you to forget is the fire in your belly that motivates you. The sacral portal. The fire in your belly. Creativity, intimacy, and inhibition. Just be careful. Okay. The next card for you is number 88. Look at that, Gemini. I am wealthy. You are on the cusp of a prosperous and abundant spiritual life. Ding, ding, ding. Synchronicity, Gemini. Get off your ass. Set them intentions and move that shit forward. April 27th is the new moon. And May 12th is the next full moon. So let's get it going. You're on the cusp of a prosperous and abundant spiritual life. And yes, I repeated it for you, Gemini, because there's two of you inside of your head. That's just a joke. I'm sorry. You will find numerous opportunities for success and achievement, all of which you bring financial and material abundance into your life, Gemini. And whoever you are with, your family, your friends, and the people who love you are there supporting you here and on the other side of the realm. You have protection. You are a beautiful person. Beautiful air sign. Sometimes a little ditzy, but you're still here. 4, I am stable. If you aren't, Gemini, get yourself there quickly. The magician said so. 0, I am limitless. Absolutely. And number 88, I am wealthy. So every time you see one of these numbers in the next couple of weeks until my next reading, that's your clarification, your justification, the synchronicity that you need, and your reciprocity to show you that Spirit is with you and trying to help you along the way here. Okay? All right, Gemini, until next time, I send you love and light and hugs, and I will see you later.